The year is 1590, a time of exploration and new beginnings where the unknown beckoned the brave and the curious. The place Roanoke Island, a sliver of land off the wild Carolina coast. It was here that a group of English settlers sought to carve out a new life. Silence hangs heavy in the air. The once bustling settlement now lies eerily quiet, with nature reclaiming its territory. Empty houses stand like hollow eyes. These structures, once filled with life and hope, now serve as ghostly reminders of a vanished community. The colonists who once populated this fledgling settlement have vanished. Their disappearance is a puzzle that has baffled historians for centuries. No trace, no explanation, only mystery remains. The overgrown paths and deserted village square tell a story of sudden abandonment. The Lost Colony of Roanoke is one of history's most baffling enigmas. How could an entire community simply disappear without a trace? What happened to these men, women and children? They were real people with dreams, fears and families. Were they victims of disease, starvation or conflict? The harsh realities of colonial life were unforgiving. Or did something more sinister befall them? Theories of supernatural forces and dark events have also been suggested. The answers, lost to time, whisper through the centuries. Each theory adds another layer to the haunting mystery. Join me as we journey to Roanoke Island and delve into one of history's most enduring mysteries. Together we will explore the clues and uncover the secrets of the lost colony. The Roanoke colonists, over 100 strong, first arrived in 1587. They came with hopes and dreams, seeking a fresh start in a land full of promise and potential. The journey across the Atlantic was long and arduous, but their spirits were high as they set foot on the sandy shores of the New World. They were pioneers seeking a new life in a new world. Each step they took into the dense forests and uncharted territories was filled with both excitement and trepidation. They were determined to build a new community, a place they could call home. Led by John White, they faced hardship from the start. The challenges were immense, from the heavy loads they carried to the constant need to establish order and direction. John White's leadership was crucial in these early days as he guided the settlers through the initial trials. The land, though beautiful, was unforgiving. Supplies dwindled. The settlers had to contend with the harsh wilderness, rough terrain, and the ever-present threat of starvation. Every day was a battle to find enough food and resources to sustain the colony. Tensions rose between the colonists and the native tribes. Misunderstandings and cultural differences led to conflicts, making it difficult to establish peaceful relations. The settlers were often on edge, wary of potential attacks and the uncertainty of their situation. Life in the colony was a constant struggle for survival. Food was scarce, disease spread. The settlers faced numerous health challenges with limited medical knowledge and resources to combat the illnesses that plagued them. The makeshift infirmaries were often filled with the sick and dying. The threat of attack by hostile tribes loomed large. The settlers built lookout towers and prepared defenses, always on alert for any signs of danger. The fear of an imminent attack was a constant shadow over their daily lives. Governor White, knowing their precarious situation, sailed back to England for supplies. He hoped to return quickly with the necessary provisions to sustain the colony. His departure was filled with uncertainty, as he left behind a community struggling to survive. He left behind his daughter Eleanor and his granddaughter, Virginia Dare, the first English child born on American soil. Their presence was a symbol of hope and continuity, a reminder of the future they were striving to build in this new and challenging land. 3 years later, White returned. He was eager to reunite with his family and bring desperately needed supplies. But upon reaching Roanoke, an eerie silence greeted him. The settlement was deserted. Houses stood empty, possessions lay scattered. Fear gripped White's heart. A single clue remained, the word Croatoan carved into a post. No other message, no sign of struggle, just that single chilling word. Section 4 whispers in the wind clues to a vanished colony. The story of the vanished Roanoke colony has puzzled historians and archaeologists for centuries. What happened to the settlers who disappeared without a trace? The cryptic word Croatoan offered a glimmer of hope. This single word carved into a post was the only clue left behind by the lost colonists. Croatoan was the name of a nearby island and a friendly Native American tribe. Had the colonists relocated? Theories abound, but no definitive evidence has been found. Were they seeking refuge with the Croatoan people? The relationship between the settlers and the Native Americans was complex, filled with both cooperation and tension. Other clues deepened the mystery. Fragments of maps and documents hinted at possible routes and destinations, but nothing conclusive. A second inscription, CRO, was found carved into a tree. This partial word added to the enigma, suggesting a hurried departure. Some believe these inscriptions were messages, desperate pleas for help, or signs pointing to the colonists' whereabouts. The mystery of the vanished colony remains unsolved, a haunting reminder of the past. Section 5. Lost to Time. Theories of Roanoke's fate. Over the centuries, numerous theories have emerged to explain the disappearance of the Roanoke colonists. Some historians speculate that the colonists integrated with the Croatoan tribe. Others believe they fell victim to disease or starvation. Some theories propose a darker fate, conflict with hostile tribes, a devastating hurricane, or even abduction by Spanish explorers.